Hopefully they did not. But without further ado, let's hit the rift. Oh, look at those wonderful overlays brought to you by our league coordinator, Jordy Lee. Jordy is in charge of all the overlays and all the artwork that we see for the BCAL, so definitely give your respect, tip your hats over to all his hard work. But as I was talking about earlier too, Victoria's Secret definitely likes their split push top lane, and Lissandra does that quite well. Now, if any of you follow the LCS at all, there have been great. Lissandra is great at flanking when there is no vision of her. Her Ice Claw will come in, definitely able to do a lot. Put down a lot of CC and damage onto the enemy team. So Nexus Elite have to make sure that they ward their flanks. Just like playing against a Twitch, an Evelyn, you have to make sure to ward your flanks so that you do not get flanked and absolutely blindsided by the combo. Now, with that Jarvan and Lissandra synergy, I almost feel very sorry for Christopher on that Teemo. Now, Teemo does have a little bit of a speed boost in his kit, but if you get locked down, there is no running away from that combo. So it's going to be interesting if there is going to be a lot of pressure up there for Christopher. It looks like they weren't in LCS order, so excuse me while I fix this up. Nexus Elite dropping the ball. Now, it didn't look like a very aggressive start for each teams. Both teams and both junglers just willing to start on their own side of the map. No crazy level 1 ganks. Nice death sentence landing onto Valorant, putting some poke down on to that Zyra. Now, Caitlyn and Thresh do win this out, but once Sivir gets that spell shield and Illuminate going hard onto Looney Tune, Xerath getting a lot of poke, but dishing back some of his poke onto Yasuo. It looks like Valorant and Sivir are getting quite aggressive down there. As I said, they are going to be quite safe. Once Sivir gets her spell shield, she can negate a lot of that damage. It looks like Nexus Elite's bot lane is taking a lot of poke. Illuminate going on to Looney Tune, but deciding to back out. He is taking a lot of damage from the minions. Big minion wave building up for Victoria's Secret's bot lane as Rambo starts pushing. Again, Sivir is really strong as an ADC. This patch, considering her pushing power and that spell shield that blocks so much CC from everything, keeping her safe from hooks, traps, stuns, all the work. Caitlyn is basically giving Sivir free mana down in the bot lane. It was a great counter pick for Victoria's Secret. Christopher getting poked up, but both top laners just farming away happily. In the mid lane, though, it's looking like Waffle is trying to find a gank. Xerath trying nice death sentence coming up onto Zyra, but they return the poke onto Reflux. Caliber nets away and has to pop heal, but he will get away with his life. Now it looks like Planeswalker is going to go on to Teemo, but Teemo flashes away to safety, flash down, and it looks like J4 is going to try to come back for a gank on Illuminate. Lissandra is not going to call him up there. considering that she has pushed up her wave. Vi looking to gank down the bot lane, but gets spotted out by a ward. Thankfully, she did have the Raptor buffs. Wow, the aggressive flash coming in from Looney Tune picks up first blood for his team. Takes a few tower hits, but gets away with his life. Dinosaurus tries to go on to Valorant. It's a poor choice as Valorant picks up the kill onto Thresh. Planeswalker goes onto Teemo and kills straight across the map for Victoria's Secret, coming away with an early lead 5 minutes into the game. And the rotations from Victoria's Elite as 4-man converge onto the the Dragon. And that'll be a 5-minute Dragon onto Victoria's Secret. Definitely extending their lead that they're able to take. And unfortunately, Nexus cannot answer with anything themselves. It looks like they definitely have to play a little bit more patient on this one. Take a little wins where they can. Dinosaurus has to respect the poke coming out from Zyra. She was a strong bot lane support for a while, and he definitely needs to respect the poke until, you know, he gets a little beefier. He did start with the Relic Shield, going to build up for the Targon, so he is going to be able to have an extra shield for his ADC or himself if he decides to initiate the team fights. But Sivir putting down a lot of poke on Reflux and Dinos with that bouncing blades. Needlessly large rod already completed on that Xerath. That's crazy considering the fact that it's only 7 minutes into the game. 20 farm. Planeswalker hit 6 before Christopher gets Ice Tomb, and Christopher has absolutely no answer as he nets himself a second death of the game already. That's Lissandra already big, doubling his CS and taking a commanding lead up in the top lane. Looney Tune solo kill for himself, again hitting 6 before Nexus Elite members. Nexus Elite definitely not taking into consideration the power spikes of Victoria's Secret when they hit 6. As Waffle on that Jarvan has not been able, actually just has not needed to gank, and is really farming his jungle. Ping is going down for Victoria's Secret's blue. It looks like that's going to go over to Looney Tune as he makes his way over there. Vi for Nexus Elite, it will cover mid as Yasuo is going to make his way back into lane. He is... Xerath is leading double CS of what Yasuo is, and as you know, Yasuo is fine and content with having the 2 items that he needs, the Static Shiv and IE, but if he can never get there, that is going to be a big problem for Nexus Elite. As this game drags longer, the power spikes for Victoria's Secret is going to be substantial. And as Planeswalker goes on to Christopher again, bringing him down to half health. Vi comes in for the gank though, but she's not 6 yet, is not able. Gets Ice Tomb by Planeswalker, and he's going to turn around the 2 versus 1 and picks himself up yet his 3rd kill of the game. Vi definitely wasting her time there, not 6, not having the CS, as Waffle makes his way to answer as a gank for mid. He aggressively flashes, hits 6 in the middle, but I think Ignite is ticking, takes 1 too many turret shots, and finally Yasuo will get a kill for himself in the mid lane. After 3 deaths, a little bit of a careless dive onto Victoria's Secret, but they have to be feeling pretty good this game with such a commanding lead already, sitting nicely on that very early dragon, giving them the 6% bonus AD AP damage. Which might not be much, but it is definitely something that you won't you won't say no to, as that equates to about 100 gold for each player. Now, even though Dragon does not give any gold anymore. Now, CS for both the ADs are not at all even, as Reflux is struggling to CS under tower. The gank coming off from Xerath is going to net himself up a kill. Oh, happy feat from Reflux will save his life, but they will end up sieging this turret. Looney Tune is not done as he goes onto Dino's Ignite drop, and he picks himself up a kill for himself. Meanwhile, top lane Planeswalker goes onto Christopher. Ice Tomb comes out, flash from Christopher will save his life. Planeswalker will not chase for fear of shrooms now that Christopher has hit 6 on that Teemo. Illuminate will go in on Jarvan. Absolaric is now 6, goes onto Planeswalker, but he is just too damn strong. Will turn it around and just absolutely delete that Vi. Vi definitely not finding the ganks that she needs to get herself going. Planeswalker will drop the Ignite, but it looks like the poison is enough. Finally, Christopher answers back with a kill. That comfort pick finally paying dividends to him, coming through once again. It looks like Victoria's Secret's bot lane has rotated mid. It looks like they're trying to push that mid lane, considering the fact that Dragon is now back up. Usually this is the time when teams would go for their first dragon, but it looks like they're setting up. And as I'm talking about this dragon, Waffle picks himself, or not Waffle, mind you, sorry, Looney Tune picks himself up a kill on Christopher as he rotates up top lane for a gank. Victoria's Secret trying to posture for this dragon. They do catch Dinos out. Planeswalker has rotated all the way from top. The Ice Tomb will pick them up. A double kill for Waffle. And that is another dragon going over to Victoria's Secret. Free, mind you, as Nexus Elite was not on the same page as they tried to contest that. Teemo was dead, and Caitlyn was nowhere to be found. Definitely not a smart move. Looney Tune catching Christopher with a nice stun. Christopher has to just hightail it out of there. Tries the happy feet, but it's not enough. Looney Tune's ulti will secure himself his 5th kill of the game in 13 minutes. Things definitely snowballing very quickly for Victoria's Secret. Looking very one-sided here as they have a 10k gold advantage already. And as I said before, Dragon does not give any gold anymore. So really, that gold advantage is a lot bigger than shows on paper. Rambo has now just is safe, finds himself safely farming down a bot, getting himself even more ahead of Reflux, as Reflux has to join with the team to try to get something done. It looks like Nexus Elite is trying to push down that middle turret, kind of open up the map, but Looney Tune is just so strong. Reflux is yet to fall, but nice initiation out of Waffle. Dinos is trying to peel for his team, drops the ulti, but is not enough to save his life. Now, kill after kill comes out. Planeswalker will come down, grab himself a kill for Vi. Looney Tune is just on a rampage. Nice flash ignite, dubstep ignite will help up a kill. And Looney Tune is godlike. Ice Tomb for Planeswalker will catch Kristoff again. And ladies and gentlemen, they're already at the tier 2s. Not even 15 minutes into the game. Definitely a Victoria's Secret coming out strong. in game 1 of this best out of 3, and it looks like Nexus Elite just has no answer to this Victoria's Secret aggression. And at the very start, this was what I was really worried about. Nexus Elite saying that they were going to respect Victoria's Secret, play passively in their lane, and it looks like Victoria's Secret is just taking total advantage of their passive play and having their way in this game. Now it looks like a CS advantage for Victoria's Secret is just skyrocketing out of control. Deathcap and Void Staff completed onto Looney Tune with his 9-0-2. IE also completed for their ADC Rambo, when Reflux on that Caitlyn is only sitting on a BF sword. Great discrepancy on the power spikes for these two teams. And Nexus Elite is just holding on for dear life and trying to stall out this game as long as possible, hoping that they can make something happen once they get those items that they really need. But it looks like Dinos and Reflux get caught out, even though they warded their tri-bush. Dinos will be the sacrificial lamb as Reflux will safely get away. Supports dying for their ADCs. It's an honorable cause. But in the end, will it really matter, as Looney Tune is marching down the path of war down in that bot lane, trying to hunt himself another kill. Waffle has been really quiet this game, and yet he has just been able to actually pick up pickaxe for himself. As I say that, all the kills are just so fast. Roam from Zyra will net herself up another kill onto, I don't know who it was, but the tower dive onto. Turrets are not protecting Nexus Elite as much as they would like. Honestly, Victoria's Secret is juggling tower aggro so well, and their dives are a lot cleaner. Mind you, that one where earlier from Waffle, Nexus Elite is desperately trying to defend their inhibitor towers, but Kristoff falls, overextending and getting caught out by the poke. Looney Tunes Xerath siege. Xerath is so good at sieging towers, and he is so fed. They tried to go onto Looney Tune, but even then, finally he falls from the Caitlyn ulti not being blocked by his teammates, but that's still a 1-for-1 trade. Nexus Elite's members are blinking red as they try to heal up at the fountain and come back before the next wave of minions, but it looks like this next inhibitor tower is not long for the world, as 18 minutes, the first inhibitor will fall. Nexus Elite trying desperately to defend their inhibs, but the disengage is so strong with Nexus Elite. Finally, Vi goes on to Valorant, picks himself up a kill, but instantly dies from the turnaround of Planeswalker and Sivir. Now Illuminate is going to try his hand to kill Lissandra, but the claw over the wall will lead to safety. Reflux is not going to let this go as he flashes over the wall, but ends up not chasing that. All the meanwhile, with all this pressure down bot lane, Waffle has been free to do what he wants up at the top. The damage from Looney Tune is insane, and an easy kill will be picked up again, even using his ulti to just farm the creeps as he had 2 more charges left. Dragon is live again, and this is going to look, safely assume that this is going to go to Victoria's Secret. It is going to be their 3rd dragon of the game. The gold leads now has skyrocketed from 10k to close to 20k gold lead. 18k to be exact, as Nexus Elite is trying to defend their base, trying to farm up, but the further they push out, the the more of a risk of getting flanked that they are. Nexus Elite absolutely owns the entire map at this moment, and as I say that, they do get flanked from both sides. Teleport comes out from Planewalker, and both Vi and Teemo fall. Shrooms are doing as best as they can to delay it, but they are wanting that inhibitor. And they want it now. Waffle has yet to join his team in any of these fights for the inhib down in the bot lane. He's just been freely farming and split pushing his heart's content, and unfortunately Nexus Elite has no answer for him. Caliber net from Reflux gets him the wrong way and ends up throwing himself into the jaws of death, as Looney Tunes will pick up yet another kill onto Yasuo. Kristoff trying to push out a Victoria's Secret, but the damage is just way too much. Victoria's Secret definitely playing without a care in the world right now, able to get away with such risky plays considering the fact that they know that Nexus Elite has no answer. Vi getting caught just a little bit, but will be lanterned to safety by Dinos. And honestly, with just an IE finished on the Caitlyn, I don't know how well she's going to stack up with supers pushing into their base. Baron is up, and they might look towards it. I mean, Victoria's Elite does not, or Victoria's Secret doesn't need Baron at all, but they are just taking every objective on the map, and Nexus Elite is struggling to find the farm and the income to fuel the comeback that they so desperately want. Now it's looking like Victoria's Secret is poshing around the Baron pit. They might try to bait this out, but in reality, Nexus Elite cannot even contest this. With supers pushing into their base, they do have Reflux on that Caitlyn trying to farm up. She is doing the best on the team. Dinos hooks Waffle, the wrong person that you want to really go on, though really no one on Victoria's Secret looks like a very easy kill. Kristoff gets picked off by Looney Tunes yet again, with that ulti doing so much damage, and here comes the siege potential. Again, Xerath bringing so much to the table. Valorant on that Zyra has been able to just pick apart Nexus Elite's rotations. Planeswalker doesn't really care about the turret as they dive in. Looney Tunes will pick up that kill as well. And it looks like Victoria's Secret is going to be aiming for those Nexus towers already as the second inhibitor falls. Meanwhile, Vi gets caught out by Jarvan and Lysandra. There's picked as well. Nice caliber net out of the Zyra ulti. The Stranglethorns will save her life, but the snipe from Looney Tunes will pick up Reflux, thinking that he was safe behind the double towers. Nice death sentence onto Valorant, but a flash out will save his life. He was taking turret just a little bit. Planeswalker, big claw coming into Nexus Elite. The ulti from Yasuo not even making a dent onto Victoria's Secret squad. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a quick 23-minute game in favor of Victoria's Secret in this best out of 3 show match.